What is up, my nerds? We are back again with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! And for today, I will show you a deck profile of my Crystal Beast deck. This is the same deck that I've been using for some of my live duels that I've uploaded for you guys. I'll put a link in the description below if you haven't seen them yet. And so we're gonna get started. And oh, by the way, this is kind of like an Xyz variant. It's kind of like the standard one. It's like kind of like the semi-competitive variant. I don't run the Crystal Abundance OTK or the Rainbow Dragon build or the Malefic build for that matter. Okay, so we're gonna get started. First off, Triple Pegasus, very standard. He's kind of like the star of the Crystal Beast. He is the boss of all of them. Basically, when he's summoned, he puts a Crystal Beast in a spell and trap card zone. And if you guys aren't familiar with the Crystal Beast, really quickly, they do utilize their Crystal Beast having going to a spell and trap card zone to utilize their efficiency, and they swarm very easily, and you can perform like enormous amounts of Xyz summoning in one turn most of the time. Okay, so it's that. Next up, I run Triple Topaz. Topaz is kind of the main battler of the Crystal Beasts. When he attacks a monster, he gains an additional 400, which makes him a 2000 beat stick, which is really good for getting over kind of like, you know, level 4 monsters in most case scenarios. Okay, next up we have Double Mammoth. I only run 2 because I need to make room for another Crystal Beast, which I'll mention in a minute. Mammoth is basically just a defender. If he's on the field and your opponent attacks another Crystal Beast, you can redirect it to him. It's kind of a very good effect if you want to protect like a Pegasus or a Ruby for that matter, which has like, you know, don't have the Crystal Beast guys really don't have that much of attack, so they need all the support they can get to become an efficient semi-competitive deck. Next up, I mean, whoops, not yet, Cobalt Eagle. So I am running 2 Rubies. Ruby's kind of like the primary like swarmer of the deck. I only run 2 because he is a dead draw. Like from my past experience, having Ruby in your hand first turn is usually not a good thing. And you ended up just going set, or if you don't have a Pegasus, yeah, you just set Ruby and you end your turn. And you know, in today's metagame, you know, everything's going so fast, and I kind of turned this into like a kind of like fun semi-competitive deck. So I needed to readjust that build. And last but not least of the Crystal Beast lineup is Cobalt Eagle. If you guys are wondering like why are you running this monster, he doesn't have that much of a like good effect. Yes, but he is a wind and a wing beast type monster. It does matter for my recipe, which I'll show you guys in a bit, and he is a very important target for me, especially in late games. So that's it for the Crystal Beast lineup. Oops, my camera like wobbling so much. Okay, so for tech cards, Trag, really excellent anti-OTK card. He's also a level manipulator. He can change his level. He can copy a level of a monster in the graveyard, so he's really good for, you know, because it is an Xyz variant. This is a really versatile card. And yeah, he is a dark target for my next card, which is Dark Simorgh. Dark Simorgh is, yeah, I do run winds and darks in this deck, so he is kind of like so I can get him out easily, I mean. And he has an awesome effect of preventing your opponent from setting cards, so they can't set more back row or set monsters in defense, which are sometimes annoying. So yeah, pretty awesome wind / dark tech. Double Monk, it's kind of like a staple for the Crystal Beasts. This is a spell heavy deck, guys, so Monk is an excellent addition to this lineup. And he can get up Pegasus easily because he summons from the deck, or if I need another level 4 monster, which I'll show you guys in a bit, he can also get that with a price of just 1 spell card. So Zephyros, because Crystal Beasts are treated as face-up continuous spell cards on the spell and trap card zone, if I have a Pegasus on spell and trap card zone, I can just bounce it back to my hand to special summon Zephyros from my graveyard. This is a one-time effect, if you guys didn't know. and I can just normal summon the Pegasus and get more pluses. So Zephyros pretty much opens a lot of plays for me, and he is a winged beast type, which is an excellent target for NXT's monster that I run in this deck, which I'll show you guys in a bit. Keep you guys keep the suspense in. Heartbeat Dancer. This is my personal like tech. Heartbeat Dancer. If you guys didn't know what she does, she bounces a wing. Sorry, yeah, she bounces a wind type monster that you control to the hand, and it allows me to perform another normal summon with this effect of a wind monster. So basically, if I have a Pegasus on the field, I normal summon her. So she's basically like another clone of a Pegasus. So what she does is she will so I normal summon her, and I have a Pegasus. Activate her effect, I will bounce a Pegasus, and I will normal summon the Pegasus back again, and I get another Spawn Trap card, Crystal Beast. So it's pretty awesome, and this deck is very good at building up the Spawn Trap card zone, so we can use like other support cards for the Crystal Beast. So she's an excellent tech in my opinion. She never lets me down. And if you guys watch my videos, I like her artwork. Moving on. Okay, so my next tech is Birdman. Birdman is a tuner, and he is a dark again for the bouncing capabilities. If you have a face-up monster, you just bounce it back to your hand, special summon it. Then normally in most case scenario it's a Pegasus. I will bounce a Pegasus, then special summon Birdman. Then if I haven't normal summoned that turn yet, I special summon the Pegasus. Then I get more pluses. Then this is also like opens up a Black Rose play for me, because sometimes if things are out of control, I think I kind of need to nuke the field. So it's really good, and if I have other Crystal Beasts on the field, then they get destroyed, they go back to spell and trap card zone. So yeah, that's it for my monster lineup. For my spell lineup, triple Ancient City. Sorry. Ancient City is the field spell of the deck. This is the primary support engine of the deck. It has 5 effects based on the number of Crystal Beasts in the spell and trap card zone. 1 can be destroyed by card effects. 2, you can have once per turn you can have any battle damage you take. 3, you can send 1 Crystal Beast monster to your graveyard to negate spell and trap. 4, you get a free draw every turn. And 5, you can special summon one Crystal Beast from your spell and trap card zone, which kind of like opens up the Ruby play. So you get the swarm and get you from your unlimited, well not unlimited, like a lot of XC summoning. So it's really good card. And if you guys care, this is my very first deck, and I was a huge fan of Crystal Beasts when I watched the GX series, so I think they're pretty cool. And now that because of the XC's cards release, they're much more viable. Next up, I have triple Crystal Beacon. Crystal Beacon is the summon, is a free summon from your deck card as long as you have 2 Crystal Beasts in your spawn crop card zone. Really good effect, or a really good card to get out the Ruby for swarming, or get the Pegasus out for more pluses to your spawn trap card zone. So yeah, don't need to say much about that card. Double Promise. If I need to summon something from my spell and trap card zone, this is the card I need. Double Blessing. Blessing is usually just a discard cost for Monkey most of the time, because early game this is kind of like not that great for me, but late game though, because you're going to be exceeding a lot and you're going to be detaching a lot, so your Crystal Beasts are going to be in the graveyard. So this is the card that you need if you want to replenish Crystal Beasts back to your spawn trap card zone. Here's a double release. This is kind of like a small bump for damage in terms of, because like I said before, Crystal Beasts have really small attack, so this gives them an extra 800 boost. And when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, it gets replaced by a Crystal Beast from your deck, which is pretty awesome. So no matter what, if it gets MSD'd or whatever, if your Crystal Beast gets destroyed, you get a free Crystal Beast. One Abundance. This is just to if things get out of control, and if I have having 4 Crystal Beasts in your spell and trap card zone is not that hard to meet. The condition is not that hard to meet. So This is kind of like another nuke factor if I can't do a Black Rose, and it doesn't count as destroying, so they can't start a state or and stuff like that. So this is a really good card. There's actually a Crystal Beast build that focuses around on doing this. So I used to have that build as my first deck. So nowadays this doesn't work as much because of so much popping and stuff. So yeah, so this is just there, just in case it's needed. And double MST, because sometimes we need to get rid of some back row to get our plays going. So you know, so we can hit like a Mirror Force or Bottomless or Torrential, stuff like that. Pretty standard. Double terraforming. We do need to get the Ancient City out as early as possible, because without the Ancient City, we're kind of gonna have a hard time with our plays, and we kind of need the support for that. So that's why I run. So basically, I run 5 Ancient Cities in this deck because of these two. Forbidden Dress. I do run Forbidden Dress rather than lands because of the Black Rose. Black Rose is normally I have this in my hand, or I set it. I summon Black Rose with Birdman and another level 4. Then I chain Forbidden Dress to it, so Black Rose basically nukes the field and leaves Black Rose like alone on the field. So you kind of gain that advantage. That's why I play Dress over lands. And another reason is I can't afford lands. But I did pull a super rare Dress from Abyss Rising. Okay, so we have the Dark Hole as our last spell. It's pretty standard staple. It nukes the entire monster zone. And for the last 2 cards in my deck, I ran a Compulse and a Torrential. Torrential is really good. Get rid of like those annoying monsters, especially most of the decks nowadays are swarming. So this is a really good card. And Compulse just to get rid of Xyz monsters that can't be destroyed, such as like Silent Honors or Yoke. So like, super annoying cards. This deals with them easily. Okay, for our extra deck, quickly, I'm going longer than usual. Black Rose for my synchro. Black Rose, like I said earlier, nukes the field, and if you combo it with Forbidden Dress, you get a free nuke and you keep your Black Rose. And I have a level 6 Gaia Knight. Well, the deck technically can only make 7s and 6s, so those are like the only 2 synchros I have. So pretty decent beat stick, 2600. And for my rank force, I have Chidori. Chidori is the MVP Xyz of this deck. Runs over like really annoying monsters, bouncing back to the top of the deck. And if sometimes it can be this card can be really mean by if your opponent's like top decking, they summon a monster and Chidori just you keep on bouncing it back to the top of their deck, and you know you kind of lock their draw, so it's pretty awesome and pretty dangerous card to get out. Zero Fine, I do run Winged Beasts in this deck, and it's really good to negate those kinds of like, those annoying face-up cards, especially like Messenger Piece or whatever stuff like that. It's a really good card, and she can also bump herself up so we can get rid of like monsters, because attack is really like a weakness factor in this deck, so she's kind of like sometimes my outs to that. Pappy, or Photon Butterfly Assassin in the OCG, gets forces hiding monsters to attack position and they lose 600 permanently. Pretty awesome card. Cowboy, if you're running an R4 deck, you never leave home without this card, so you can put that extra 800 in, or if you need to get rid of some high attack monster, Cowboy is your answer. Mace Stroke, normally this would be like a Silent Honors, but I can't afford Silent Honors, so I have a Mace Stroke, really good if you need to book a moon something, and if you're gonna like nuke and you want to keep an extra attacker, then Mace Stroke is your answer. It's detached instead of getting destroyed. Utopia, nobody really runs this card anymore, but you know, she's just there if I need to kind of stall for a little bit to get my plays going. So because you know Crystal Beast is a slower deck, so I kind of need more like stall factors. Gem Knight, you know, he's just here just to get over like you know Ophion or Stardust, you know, those annoying cards. Let's say for my R4, for my R3s, I have Leviair, because we're gonna be banishing with with Dark Simorg, you can get your Pegasus back with him. Zen mains, another standard R3, and Temp for those annoying Xyz monsters. If you want to, you can just steal their Xyz material, and Temp gets an extra 500 permanently. So yeah, those are that is my deck profile for the Crystal Beast deck. So if you guys have any questions or any comments, you can just let me know in the comment section below, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And you guys can like, comment, subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos, and we will catch you guys later. Peace.